Hello, welcome to episode 35 of the Alec Steele Show. Fabulous to have you here, as per usual. We're going to keep this one short and sweet. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day of awesome work here in the workshop. I'll talk about what I made a little bit later, but I'm exhausted, so we're going to keep it short and sweet. And we're going to take a piece of half-inch square mild steel bar, and we're going to make a flower, like a flower key finder, something that you can hook on your trouser pocket. Obviously to appeal to my American contingency, something you can hook to your pants. This would sound very odd if we were English and talking about hooking keys to our pants, but I guess that's how you guys do it. So, you know, if you want to roll like that, that's fine. So it's going to be a piece of half-inch square, and this is making the flower, the brown Brazil inspired, and you know, very much like a brown Brazil thing. Again, like, you know, it's all I do, which is great. But I haven't done one of these in a while, making a flower. I've done a lot of leaves. It's been, I dare say, maybe 2 years since I've made a flower. So we're gonna make a flower. This is gonna be really exciting. At one point in time, I was making a lot of flowers. Made flower rings and stuff like that, using these kind of brown Brazil techniques. And that was a lot of fun. So it's gonna be good fun to give it another go. I hope you're all doing well. Be sure to leave some comments down below. If you're watching live, if you're not watching live, well, I always enjoy seeing the comments anyway. Aside from that, there's plenty of fun to report. It's been a great week here in the workshop. Made a chef's knife, my first completed chef's knife, which I was unbelievably thrilled with. Really, really pleased with how that came out. I've always been struggling on, like, I mean, you know, hobbyist knife maker is what I would call myself. I'm doing it for fun and to learn. And I was really pleased with how I improved on this one versus some of the other knives that I've done before it. So that's good. It's exciting to always be, you know, doing something a little better. But of course, you know, not something you might necessarily see on film. As I look at it, I see, you know, okay, here, I need to fix this, need to fix this, need to fix this. You know, it's how it goes, which is good. You know, that's good. Otherwise one wouldn't have the same drive for improvement. So I'm excited about making some more knives in the future and taking what I learned from this one on to them. Should we do some forging, Sam? What do you say, Sam?
We should. That'd be a wonderful idea.
You think we should do some forging?
That would be great.
It would be great. Now, what do you guys think? We got Sam a microphone. Well, I've actually had the microphone in the workshop the whole time. It's just that I didn't want Sam to be heard. He's passed the test. He can speak English, and so we've decided to let him have access to the microphone. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
Sounds wonderful? Great. Now turn it off. I don't want to hear you complaining on the live.
Someone has asked, can you, whatever tools you use, name them specifically? Although I don't think, you know, whatever tool you're using, as you're using it.
As I use it, okay. Right now I'm using a hammer and an anvil. How about I go into a little more detail? So I'm going to be using a 3.5 pound square circle rounding hammer. Great to see you. They say the mic is amazing, Sam. This is awesome. Glad that you guys like it. Hello, Jaeger Juggalo. Hello, Ant. How are you? 7K Metalwork says, Alec, have you had your hair cut? I cut my hair the other night. Total of 4 minutes time to so there we go. Shortened it all up. And this is going to be the downfall of my YouTube channel. Now that the hair is gone, I'm going to have, like, what do you reckon, Sam? 3,000 unsubscribes today?
Turn the microphone back on. Oh no, it is back on.
You got it?
I've got it back on. Yeah,
did you just swear straight into it?
No, I said hang on. I did not swear. Well, it's a family show.
It is a family show, Sam. That's why I'd be concerned. But I think we're going to lose 3,000 subscribers purely because of the haircut.
No, I don't like it. I think mine's more of a fashion statement.
Sam's starting to grow out the same mop that I had on my hair. So that's going to be interesting. He's getting it. Okay, great to see you guys all here. Channel 67, David Brogan, Nick Flaherty, Jonathan Evans.
So how long are we going? Like 10 minutes?
Sorry?
5 minutes. Guess how many viewers we've got?
How many?
839.
839. That's great. We'll do some forging just because of that last. The 839th viewer deserves some forging. Spent so much time chatting here, hanging around. Give me the interruption. Okay, so I'm going to take a brush here. This is a Farrier's block brush. I'm going to brush 4 sides because it's been in there a while. I'm now going to take 1 cube of material, round side of the hammer, radius edge of the anvil, break this down, to half the material's dimension. It's the rounded side of my square circle, 3.5 pound square circle hammer. Half the dimension. Now I come to the near side of the anvil. Take, I'm going to say where the forging starts and stops on this one. I'm going to want a little more material. Maybe a little more. How about that? I can always shorten it up. So I took about 1.5 cubes of material. I'm going to come into the near side of the anvil right here. And I'm going to be forging a reverse taper by reducing this near side shoulder to be smaller than the diameter of the far side shoulder. You can see how with each blow, we're able to be putting energy back into the steel. We're in fact able to light it up. That's exactly what you want. And we can do that by making sure that we're constantly trying to focus on reducing our surface area of contact. I can do it here by tilting my hammer over towards myself and working up towards the shoulder. There we go. That's how you can keep heat a nice long time. And that's a fun thing to do. It's also very exciting to keep chasing that heat up there. If you get at it, you can heat it back up. But I'm tired, so I'm going to put it back in the fire. A little easier to let the forge do the heating than have to do it with your hammer. Woo!
What's the biggest Damascus billet you could do by hand?
What's the biggest Damascus billet you can do by hand? I'd say the one that Sam and I did the other day. I wouldn't want to do anything bigger than that. Even with a sledge, that was a lot of work, you know. Of course, there was a time where people were working much larger pieces of steel by hand to draw and fold and draw and fold. But I wouldn't want to mess with it, you know. Now coming into the far side of the anvil, with the flat side of the hammer. But what I'm doing is I'm locking it in at the desired taper angle. And I'm working back towards myself.
Someone said less yak yak, more whack whack.
Less yak yak, more whack whack, eh? Well, isn't that funny? Less yak yak, more whack whack. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that such a slogan would be brought up on today's episode? Who would have thought? Because on today's episode, this is the first episode, the first day, the very first day that we launched the official Less Yak Yak, More Whack Whack t-shirt. Links in the description below. Go to the website, hit on merchandise. I created this entire new website just for merchandise. And it's a little offshoot of my Alec Steele blacksmith website. It is alecsteeleshop.com. And there's all sorts of fun goodies. All sorts of fun goodies you can get your hands on over there, which is pretty exciting. The great thing is, I know most of you guys are in the US. The great thing is all of that is distributed from the States, which means that you can expect significantly cheaper shipping when you're in the US and significantly shorter lead times, which is great. So that's a very exciting thing. Very, very pleased about that. And of course, shipping internationally also is not that expensive. And we got t-shirts, hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, awesome t-shirts, even awesomer t-shirts, and really fantastic hoodies and hats. I think the hats are pretty cool. I'm very excited.
Seb's Graphics has said, you probably don't remember me, but I went to school with you. My brother is Tristan.
Great. I don't.
It doesn't.
I don't understand how that's relevant.
I'm just saying someone who went to school to you.
Wonderful.
But you don't remember them anyway. 1,200 people watching.
1,200 people. You guys rock. Great to see Spec Ops Hamster. Does this guy live in the US or the UK? I live in the UK, Spec Ops Hamster, here in Norwich. What is up? What is up, everybody? When are the burners going to be up next? I don't know, Tom. Not a clue. Okie dokie, so it's a little thick in here. Chop in with the flat side of my hammer.
As far as you're aware, that's shipping worldwide, isn't it?
What?
The t-shirts.
Yeah, t-shirts will ship to every single country in the world. Very inexpensively, might I add. Even if you're in Kazakhstan, and I do believe we have some viewers from Kazakhstan, you can get a t-shirt and it ships for like £10 or something. something crazy cheap, something crazy ridiculous to get all the way to Kazakhstan. That's actually my largest viewership base, Sam. Did you know that?
Kazakhstan?
Yeah, all the new subscribers have been coming from there.
What else gonna say?
Any info on the hammer pre-order? What information would you like to have? Which hammer pre-order? As in, like, when are the future hammer pre-orders happening, or the hammers that have already been pre-ordered? Forging a razor would be very fun. I'll definitely do a razor at some point. Apparently you sound like the dude from Monty Python, Sam.
Are you?
Yep.
Which one?
The dude. That's all that I know. Round this out here.
Everyone's getting a little bit upset.
What about?
You haven't dropped anything.
Shoot.
No, not sort of like you have to do it again.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys, I had a little moment there. I got really mad. I threw them on the floor. I'm joking, I didn't. So I'm rounding out this stem area here. There we go. I'm actually going to decrease the pressure on my forge here. I almost melted it that last time. Finally got a manifold here for the two tanks. This forge is an enormous forge, as I've often stated. So I go through a lot of propane with it. And when you drain that much propane out of a single tank, it tends to freeze, and you don't get access to the last dregs of the tank. So I want to make sure I avoid that. The Alec Steele drinking game has begun indeed. I'm very pleased that you're enjoying the channel, Spec Ops Hamster. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sirad79 from Sweden. Great to have you here.
I'm going to Sweden.
Sam's going to Sweden. When are you going to Sweden, Sam?
2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time. Bloody hell. Sam got recognized the other day. Now, the channel has a certain degree of, has to a certain degree blown up a little bit here. Again, 96,000 subscribers in the past 28 days. I had 5.1 million views in the past 28 days, and it's usually my face that's there, which is, you know, of course, as any human would, I always enjoy having my face being viewed that many times. I always expected that, you know, one day somebody would come up to me and go, "Hey, is that Alec Steele?" I'd go, "Pardon me, I don't know who you're talking about," and walk on my way. But actually, it turns out it was Sam that had that happen first. Would you like to tell the story, Sam?
Yeah, well, I'm going to Sweden in 2 weeks, and I have to go and get a passport, so I realised my passport had run out, and, oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to put it back in the fire.
And I literally walked out the car park outside the passport office, and someone looked at me, turned around again, looked at me again, turned around again, turned around and said, "Are you Sam?" I was like, "Yes." In fairness, I was wearing one of your t-shirts, but I will take that as me being more famous than you.
Sam, take it. You take it. You take it. So I'm turning this up on the diagonal here. Smash it. I want to make a hexagon. So I'm going to come over right here. Badoop. Badoop. Sound effects included. Badoop.
Sorry, apparently I had it too far away. I was trying to keep the microphone away from the forge and the noise.
Yeah, I don't think the 3 inches that you're leaning to one side is going to make it much different. And we're going to make a little hexagon. I mean, you're getting nowhere near to a perfect hexagon with it. What we can do is kind of fake it a little bit. The reason we can't get anywhere near to a perfect one is because there is a stem in the way. Ho-hum. Ho-hum, hey-ho. That's what it's all about.
Yes, t-shirts are available all the time now through the website.
Woo! AlecSteeleShop.com.
Is that really? YouTube team have said hello, Alec.
YouTube team have said hello, Alec. Well, hello, YouTube team.
No, that's
No?
no, someone pretending.
Someone pretending.
Someone with 3 subscribers.
Oh.
Any info on the latest pre-order hammers done? Well, they'll be dispatched by the end of May.
Yep.
As was. Hopefully they'll be done before.
Well, the plan always is to get them done beforehand. As you'll remember with our March pre-order, as in the ones that were pre-ordered in January, on January 7th, that pre-order was what, for a mid-March dispatch?
Yeah.
We got them out in January, right? That's the whole idea, is always get ahead of the curve a little bit. But we do add the precautionary measure of saying it'll be a little longer than it usually is. So that batch that you ordered would have been for the late May dispatch. So, hey, the whole idea, get them out way before late May. Got a lot of work to do to make a lot of hammers there. So yeah, basically it.
Aaron Gneiss said, Alec, should I drop out of school to do blacksmithing?
I'm such a bad influence. Such a bad influence. I can't, okay, I really appreciate the fact that there are plenty of parents out there that are allowing their young children to watch my shows and my vlogs. Like, that makes me really happy. What I don't want... like, the fact that I think yes might then, mean that lots of young guys can't, lots of young kids can't watch the videos. I've made it pretty clear in that explanation. However, I hope I've added enough caveats that anybody that wants to deceive themselves into thinking that it's not the case that I think you should drop out of school will be able to deceive themselves into thinking that I don't think you should be dropping out of school. Golly. Such a rebel, eh? Such a bad influence.
Lots of questions asking, will you sell art knives and anything with your different projects? Will you sell them to people? The answer is we haven't really got time at the moment.
I don't take on custom orders, as is stated rather clearly on the website. Purely because I don't have the time. I'm so busy making YouTube videos. In regards to whether I sell any of the things I make, like any human being, I will respond to incentives. And if made an appropriate offer, one will sell anything that one makes. So that's about it. But, it's not something I actively try and do too much. I'm kind of more interested in just making fun YouTube videos than trying to dilute the fun by then saying it's for sale. And, my work's relatively expensive. And that can dilute the fun a little bit. The fun of having a fun YouTube video to watch. So I don't want that to happen too much.
Answer, will you sell vests for women?
Will I sell vests for women?
Strap vests.
My female viewer percentage is 2%.
The Alec Steele lingerie range would be
The Alec Steele lingerie range would not be successful, sadly. My female viewership percentage, 2%. Appalling, right? You guys need to get your... you get more females interested.
Someone's asked, how do you go about mounting the burners without a welder?
You borrow a welder. You go to a fab shop and bring them a 6-pack of beer. So I'm putting a little eye punch in there right now.
Chainmail lingerie.
Chainmail lingerie. Oh, speaking of which, I want to speak about something cool that showed up this week. A viewer from Canada who runs a pretty cool company, he sends me an email asking if I'll let him send me some gloves. Now, of course.
Alec, I think
let him send me some gloves.
I think your bit just fell out the fire, so everyone's got a drink.
Oh, great. Well, it's good. Thank God I have my safety gloves. he asked if I wanted some gloves, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely, love some gloves. And so he sent me a link to his website. These are chainmail, so cool. And I believe they're rather heat resistant, rather. And in fact, on the website, there's a photo of him twisting a piece of cable Damascus with a pair of these gloves. Pretty sick. Go close on these, Sam, please. That'd be lovely. This is literally, ow, I dropped a hammer. This is literally chainmail over a really nice quality leather glove. This is sick. And you don't have massive amounts of grip. There's not a massive amount of sticktivity to them. But they protect against the heat really well. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. These are made by Mail Tech Industries. So I guess if you're doing any sort of massive, massive scale hot work, these things would just work a treat. I don't think I could swing a hammer with them though. All right, should we see?
Just don't let go of it.
Okay. I apologize, Mail Tech. That was a terrible way of showing off your gloves. They're really good for hot stuff.
Anthony Ambrosini said, would you make a chastity belt for my daughter?
Would I make a chastity belt for your daughter? That's a great question. Coming next on the YouTube channel, Damascus steel chastity belt. Unbreakable.
Well,
okay, so I'm going to come in here with a bob punch. Sorry, Sam?
With your current Damascus welding, it'd probably delaminate.
Yeah, I know. That's terrible, isn't it? So I'm going to be coming in here on all of the little petals, starting off nice and gently, going opposing sides, with a bob punch. Now, a bob punch, it's a tool, has a rounded over end, like this, and so it forms this kind of, you know, these kind of almost spherical impressions in the material, which is very fun. Sam, how many viewers do we have?
1,700.
Oh, 1,700! What? Are you kidding me?
No. What's funny is...
oh my goodness, I'm screenshotting that.
I've already done it.
Well, oh my goodness gracious. We're at 1736. Let's get to 1776, guys.
What's funny is my brother actually works in live streaming.
Yeah.
And he works for a company and they do all the stuff for MTV. And MTV held a pub quiz based live stream event, and on the same night we got more views than them.
No comment. We're on the wrong screen, Sam. And we don't even put the right screens up when we're talking. Awesome. Well, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. All 1,700. Woo! This is great. So I go, Sam, screen. Thank you. This is some cool stuff. Little Barn Brazil flower there, right there. Char. Ain't that party? Yes, sir. I'm now gonna go and take my eye punch. You can use a completely round little eye punch. I just, in all my years of making these, I've been too lazy to make one. Uh-oh. So I have an animal eye punch. And then I'm gonna shine all these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I will not be singing any Monty Python based songs.
No Monty Python songs. Sam, what do you think you're here for apart from singing Monty Python songs?
Not looking on the bright side of life.
Go on, Sam, give it a go.
No, I will not be singing.
Give it a go.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to be setting up a piece of wood here, and if you go ahead and go to close, I'm going to be using this much larger ball fuller, and we're going to be facing the flower down, hitting from the back side with the much larger ball fuller.
Thank you,
much
Warp
larger
Taster.
bob punch, right? Here's the first, here's the second. What's going on, guys? Well, thank you so much, Stefan van Zuyen. I'm very pleased that you're enjoying the videos. That is just fabulous. Outstanding.
Alec, just zoom. Well, they want to zoom on the angle cam, but it's fine where it is.
Go ahead and let's see if we're at 1776. 1766! So close. I can't count. I got excited.
I shouldn't have even mentioned
Sam,
singing.
you need to be singing.
I can't
Sam
sing.
is 1783. That's unreal. Sam is an incredible singer. We all need to be peer pressuring him into singing. Okay, if you go ahead and go close, Sam, that would be that'd be fabulous. And I think you'd find we'd be on the bright side of life then. So I'm going to blow it out, and as soon as it's blown out, I'm going to put this on the back side and give it a hit. Ow. Really smart move is to take a glove when you do this.
Yeah, take the chainmail glove off.
Yeah. So much smoke. Give it a little bit of give it the old Scottish wire brush, and there we go. We got ourselves a little flower, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting. How exciting. A little flower. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty, Sam?
It's very pretty.
Very pretty. Thank you, Sam.
That would look lovely in your hair.
Sorry?
Lovely in your hair.
I think I'm going to put the flower in my hair, indeed. I think it'd be very pretty. So, as we then put the flower into the fire and burn it, we're then going to be moving on to the next heat. We're going to be working over the near edge of the anvil to do a little more... Somebody says, who wants to see his reaction on 1,000 likes? That would be sick. It'd be a great reaction. More flowers equals more female followers. I like it. Thank you very much. Richard Gage. I think we're going to be doing more flowers. I need to up the female viewership. You know, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm editing and I'm half asleep just wanting to get a video finished, like it's the motivation of thinking that it's a whole slew of, you know, wonderfully attractive young women that are following me would be very good. Sadly, I know that it's not. Most of you guys are probably balding and you just got up from burping and farting while you watch my videos, which is sad, but hey, it is what it is.
I think someone said it should be a duet at 2,000 views.
A duet at 2,000 views. I love it.
We could have a trio because Drake's here.
Yeah, we got Drake here from Texas. He's visiting. He works with Matt Marty over in the DFW area. They make some pretty sick hammers. You should go check Matt Marty out. M-A-T-T dot. Is it dot Marty on Instagram? M-A-T-T _ Marty on Instagram. He makes some very, very nice hammers. 700 likes. You guys rock. Outstanding. Matt Marty Blacksmith. M-A-T-T-M-A-R-T-I. He makes some pretty nice stuff. Sam, if you go ahead and make a little bend. I should say it's a large bend. Or is it a little bend? I'd say we call it a little bend. I'm going to make this little bend. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom you all out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring this off. Form a little penny scroll. A little rung scroll in there. Give it the old Irish twist right now. Give it a little hop and a skip while you do it.
Toby Clayton has said, Sam, make a Damascus horseshoe with 4-leaf clover Damascus.
Bro, you know how to make 4-leaf clover Damascus, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's a good job you do. Hi Toby.
Who's Toby? You know him. Oh really?
Send me an instruction, you know, a guide on how to make 4-leaf clover Damascus, so I'll work on it.
I'll go ahead and need one too. Yuggly duggly. So, this is starting to look pretty cool. Got a little flower right in there. Nice little pretty flower. Come on. In the words of AVE, focus.
Wasn't that John Fashioning? That's probably before your time.
Oh, well, no. AVE, I actually just didn't say the other thing that AVE says when he says focus, because this is a family show, and I respect the fact that it's pretty sick. That
so people keep saying, stop saying sick as well.
Sick. Bro.
1900.
Hashtag, are you kidding? We have 1,900 people watching right now.
I just dropped off again. But
What? Okay, well, whoever went away,
I've done it.
You're being annoying. A 1906. We're going through the ages, Sam.
We are.
What notable happened in 1906? Can you think of anything on the top of your head? I know you were, you did history in university.
Yes,
You got a PhD
University of
also.
Life. Is Drake there? Will you call the flower an article of online bullying?
You guys all right?
Where have all the Daves gone tonight?
All the dames.
Daves.
All the Daves. Yeah, we usually have a very large contingency of Daves here on the show.
They're usually very generous.
If you go ahead and go to number 2, please, Sam.
1.
Number 1.
Yeah,
Golly.
you did it.
We're making this little fold over here. And this would actually be a Dutch fold. They call this a Dutch fold. A very specific type of fold. Now I'm going to take another heat. And I'm going to make a loop. A loop in here. Get the old loopity loop.
1,000 likes on the stream.
Are you kidding? What?
If you look at the chat, it seems to just be like 1,000 likes, 1,000 likes, 1,000 likes.
Oh my goodness.
What did you enjoy most about building the chef's knife?
What did I enjoy most about building the chef's knife? Well, honestly, it was quite the ordeal. It took 24 hours to do the grinding and finishing. And I did that in one go. Frankly, I'll be completely transparent in the fact that I enjoyed most being able to sleep after having completed the chef's knife. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy sleeping had I not completed the chef's knife. However, the sleeping after completing the chef's knife was great. That was enjoyable. In terms of the actual building process itself, which I know is what you're asking about, I'll get to that now. I would say most enjoyable part, of course, was forging the blade. Because that's what I really, really like doing. I like forging, moving, manipulating material, and this thing's gonna be so cool. I'm not a very good person at the grinding knives. Struggle with that, trying to keep things straight, you know. I get there, I take my time. That's why it took 24 hours to grind and finish and heat treat the thing, right? Forging though, I really, really enjoy that. I like playing with the material and moving it around and getting the shapes and kind of trying to plot ahead of time the forms that you'll want to do before to then reach the desired form after. So it's the forging, you know, more than anything, and getting that nice, crisp, forged shape, getting as close as possible to dimension. You know, as you guys all have seen, I left it nice and thick before I did any grinding, and in fact before I did any heat treat. Reason for that.
What the forge
You're just going to interrupt me.
Yeah.
You like right, Sam.
I've got a microphone now.
Sam, no, you go for it. You go for it.
No, I thought you'd
Sam,
talk.
hang on a second. No, you go for it. No, seriously, go for it.
I don't want to upset you.
No, it's good. Like you.
No, I don't want you to have a little strop.
Sam, you can start speaking. It's fine.
What the forge?
Sam, just for a second there. I wanted to say one more thing. This loop, I'm putting. No, you can keep talking. Sam, please.
No, I'm not going to carry on.
No, you can't.
But what the forge said.
Sam.
What the forge.
If you guys think it's bad while we're on the live show, you should see what it's like when we're trying to get any work done here in the workshop. Sorry, please continue, Sam.
What the forge said, can we see the silver Damascus play button really quickly? But
I don't have a silver Damascus play button.
No, not a silver Damascus, the silver play button.
Oh,
I haven't even seen it.
You have?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it.
Well, that's at
I
home.
thought it was for me.
Sorry?
I said I thought it was for me.
Sam.
You're going to get the real one. I mean the silver coated one.
I think that the one I made is a little more valuable than the silver coated one. Argoas1. Hi Alec, do you speak French? My one-word reply is oui. And then my next few words are, but sadly not as well as I once was able to speak. As with all these things, if it's not practiced, you tend to lose it. Oh, and I'm losing it. Woe is me.
Next week's live stream will be delayed because of his new spinner.
Yes. too distracted. I like that. Who said that? That was good.
I was sat there playing with it earlier, and I think I was distracting everyone.
God, it was terrible. Why are these things advertised as, like, helps for distraction? Somebody please enlighten me. I only see losing lots of money because of spinners. Because of just sitting there while I should be editing a video or, you know, making tools for people and just going and looking at it. Because you could look at it forever. So they're incredibly cool.
Someone has said who won the auction.
Sorry?
Who won the auction?
Who won the auction? Well, that's still to be found out.
Oh, wait, when
there is an auction going on my Instagram.
Dropped it.
There is an auction going on my Instagram page at Alec Steele Blacksmith because Alex, who owns Gastonia Knife Co., posted some cool videos on Facebook, and they were extraordinarily cool because he's blacksmithing one-handed, which is a feat like no other. To be able to go and forge for more than 10 minutes one-handed and not give up is crazy. Like, that's crazy. That shows an enormous level of dedication. I love that. Really, really exciting. And somebody very kindly started a fundraiser on GoFundMe to help try and get him a power hammer. And that's great. And so on my Instagram page, there is an auction for the 50,000 subscriber hammer that I made. That is the hammer made during the 50,000 subscriber celebration live stream.
Someone said the spinner's meant to help you focus while you're talking to someone or watching something. But it's going to do the complete opposite.
I think we just expressed that we've found it was the complete opposite. We found that the spinner didn't help focus at all. How much did I pay for the silver bar for the play button? I paid £570, I believe, which is about $700 or so.
When are you getting a horse for the workshop so I can start doing courses as well?
That's great. Okay, I'm messing up this bend. I'm opening it back up. See if I can fix this next time. I'm doing a terrible job here, Sam. Sam's a lot better at bending things because he's a farrier and they bend things for a living. So I'm not having the greatest success. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Make a Damascus phone case for your phone. That is a very cool idea. I like that. Bethany Doubtfire. Where's Chris Holloway's sponsor logo on the t-shirts? That's great. It's in the label, trust me. I don't trust him.
Well, if someone got me a drink, like I'd asked to, when you went to the shop, rather than saying,
Sam,
no, I'm looking after your
I explained to you quite clearly, that sometimes your tongue and your tummy don't work together well. Sometimes your tongue likes things that your tummy doesn't like. And sometimes your tummy likes things your tongue doesn't like. We know your tummy likes soda. Golly. Sometimes it's hard. You know, these things can be very tough to explain. I think you got the idea.
I got the idea, but I still don't have a drink to drink, even if it's water.
There is a water tap right there.
I'm attached to my microphone.
You're not attached to your microphone.
Sentimentally, it's the first time I've got it. I will hold on to it for the whole time. What's your favourite pizza? It's pepperoni pizza every time.
Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. So many comments. This is amazing. Right, so let's see if I can fix this thing, because I'm really struggling at fixing it.
How did the lost dog get on last week? Well, I was 120 miles from home. dog ran out in front of me. So no, I got out of the van, had a little look around, see if I could see anyone. Went and got it. Stuck it in the van, thought I'd drive around, was in the middle of nowhere. A couple of houses, and no one knew whose dog it was, so I rang the dog warden. They asked for an address, I had no idea where I was. Eventually got a postcode off someone, and then they said, yeah, someone will be with you in 2.5 to 4 hours, which was marvellous, because I was still 120 miles away. But eventually I got into the vets. No, it was fine.
Do you know if they found who it was?
Yeah, they found out who it was, because I was on my way back, and they said, well, give us a ring. You know, if you want to find out who was, you know, how whether he got home or not. And they said, oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, apparently it always gets out. I was like, well, I should have taken it home with me.
Sam, you just said that live to 2,000 people or so.
Well, that's fine. It was a nice little doggy. Alec?
You're allowed to steal dogs if they're nice little dogs. I'm doing a terrible job at making this loop.
Yeah, I know. It's because I
Keep moving it.
I've got a mic in my hand. It's just like
They want you to do. Apparently, your mic isn't mixed in.
You've done it. You've done it.
Are you mixed in?
Yeah.
Huh. Liking up your sound levels.
I'm only on 56%.
You're now on 86.
Yes. Yes. Everyone, I'm here.
He now
So
has the power.
Alec can't hear you.
Sorry?
All we need to do is just talk over Alec the whole time.
No. What have I done? Quick, turn it back. Okay, let's see if I can fix this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix this. Oh, dropped it. Drink. Come on, Alec. Let's get her done.
We seem to always get a request for Damascus sex toys.
Sam, there are kids on this show.
Yeah, well,
And you're wired in.
it doesn't matter. It's a discussion. Do you know if Alec will visit Germany soon? No, he will not be visiting Germany soon, as far as I'm aware.
I'm actually going tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm not. Sorry, y'all. Okay. See if I can fix this next time. Really, really struggling on this. I don't make good loops. So many comments. Ta-da. When is your next Evolution of Tools course? I'm teaching an Evolution of Tools course in 2 weeks, I think. What is this weekend going to be?
3 weeks, isn't it?
No, 2 weeks.
Is it the 11th? No.
9th, something like that.
No, the 9th is Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm going
so
on the
it's
6th to the 8th.
Yeah, I'm doing
The week of that.
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th
Oh, is it?
Evolution of Tool Making here at the workshop. So that 4 guys here for that. That'll be fun.
Hunter Rose says you're really sexy.
Oh, thank you. So kind.
He's got a lovely profile picture.
Really? I don't want to know. Sam, please don't tell me.
Name your price for the flower key finder. Make your offer for the flower key finder. Someone said I'm going to lose my microphone privileges within a day.
Yes, they'll be lost within a day. How often do I run the Evolution of Tools course? Recently I've been doing it once a month. However, I'm not going to do another one until after August. Maybe in December, we'll see how it goes. Because I'm not sure of any of when I might do these. Oh God, I'm doing a terrible job at this. It's funny talking about teaching blacksmithing while struggling to make a round loop. One of the most elementary procedures. But yeah, if you want information on the evolution of tool making, best recommendation I can give is to head to the website
Chris Holloway just
and
said
go on the
it's-
home
Chris,
and go on the home page.
Chris Holloway
type
just
your
said
name
he'd
into
send
the
you
form.
$200 for a flower keychain.
Are you kidding me?
He did. He hasn't. He said $200 for a flower keychain. I'm assuming he meant the past tense $200, but we're taking it as if you send us another $200, we'll consider it.
Deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's a deal. Like if you want to send, I mean that's great. I can give you a flower keychain for that. Give it the old Scottish straighten. There we go.
Hi, Nick.
Nick's there.
Yeah.
Verbere.
How do I keep coming up with these comments?
Is Nick Verbere there? Is that
He is
who-
indeed.
How are you doing, Nick Verbere? Great to see you, dude. How's your hand healing? Woo!
Well, that was
We
a
have
nasty
one
movie.
female in the chat. Hello, Jennifer Whitehall. That is our one female. Well, actually, statistically, there are almost 40 females watching right now. Unless the 2% viewership rate are all accidental clicks.
Second female here.
Woo! What? God, they're all coming out of the woodworks now.
What are people bidding for? People are bidding, you're getting random numbers like £460. I'm not sure
What for?
what for. Whether people are auctioning for your for this leaf pendant, this flower.
Well, if I can make it actually round, that's great. But as I said, basic blacksmithing is struggling today. Come on, Alec. Let's see if we can. There's a kink in there I don't like. I'm going to heat it up. That'd probably be what I'd tell a student to do, and I don't have the. That's absolutely right, David Brogan. Oh, thank you. Alec, explain your obsession with the Southwest United States. I visited and learned blacksmithing and hung out with friends and learned more blacksmithing in the US. I always enjoyed my time. Made great friends there. Really enjoyed the people and the culture and the values. Sorry, I should explain. I'm doing a terrible job of being a host. She was asking about why I had no, I did explain that. Why I have an obsession with the US.
Carl White has said £470 for the flower pendant.
Deal?
Deal unless you want to offer more.
Yes. Sam's got that farrier grit to him, you know? Never enough with Sam.
Well,
God.
it seems to be going up. So it's pointless stopping it now. If you say deal, we'll just retract all statements we made and just keep putting the price up.
We'll retract all statements until it's at £1,000, eh?
Yeah.
See, this is the trouble with playing the Alec Steele drinking game, is all these people are just going to get far too excited. Very dangerous. Come on now.
Do you know if Brian still conducts classes?
With who?
Brian.
Brian, no, he doesn't conduct classes anymore, well, at least private classes. I believe he does larger group classes, so if you have an organization or a large shop and you want Brian to teach, he'll do that. He doesn't do private classes anymore. Okay, well this is vaguely and mildly round, and I'm like really tired. That is just so not round enough. Golly. Sam, I think Farriers win this time.
You think what?
Farriers win this time.
Win?
Yep.
Win what?
Everything.
Perfect.
Aha! But guess what else you win? Because you're a farrier. You win a bad set of knees and a bad painful back. Okay, there's your prize.
Yay!
Nice. Well, you also win the fame of being able to be spotted in Peterborough, of all places.
Yes.
I don't know if you'd want to be spotted in Peterborough in the whole.
He's a very nice chap, I dare say.
Oh, good, lovely. Okay, I've just spent the largest time on record making a round thing out of a piece of steel. Oh, here's a fun thing I forged. You want to go ahead and go close, Sam? This is pretty fun, and I dare say it's pretty slick. So yeah, that's pretty slick. I made that today. That video won't go live for a little while though. That's a secret video. You only get to see that in secret.
And the knife and tool in his pocket is
Sorry?
not. And says, "What knife or tool is in your pocket?"
When I'm here at the workshop, I have
No, not that one.
I'm going to go ahead and continue this. When I'm here in the workshop, I have a Leatherman sidekick, which I quite like.
Can I do poetry? Someone said forge a butt scratcher. But I think one of those old traditional back scratching things would be quite cool to make.
That would be, yeah. That's a great way of moving the conversation swiftly on from butt scratcher.
Back scratch, you know, the old, like a hand.
Yeah. No, I think we should do one of those in Damascus. Gonna give it a little wire brush.
A pestle and mortar.
Pestle and mortar.
Yeah, or mortar and pestle. Damascus.
I think you mean motor and pestle.
No, it's not what I mean at all.
So, I'm going to switch this. Oh,
No.
dropped it.
So people are saying a Damascus shoehorn.
Damascus shoehorn. That would be a fun little idea, wouldn't it? Okay, so when I quench this, I'm going to grip it closed so it doesn't move on me. Oh, I say quench. Not really done much.
T-shirts are available through the website.
T-shirts are available. And they're pretty awesome, I dare say. Pretty slick T-shirts. By the way, since we're soon going to be... ladies prefer hot forged steel. I like that, that's great. Since we're going to be finishing up the live stream here in a second, I'd like to add, ladies and gentlemen, that the auction for Alec's Estonian Knife Company for his power hammer, the 50,000 subscriber hammer, that auction is going on, and the bidding is about to close here in just a minute or two. No sniping, like you gotta add on a serious amount, otherwise they're gonna stick to what it was. But I should let you know, that's about to close, because I'm gonna grab my keys. Right over here. And then I'm going to take my keys here. If you go ahead and go close, Sam. See, I've got some pretty cool stuff on my keys. I have, what do I have?
Lower.
I will. I'm trying to find out. What type of coin is this? Is that a quarter? This is a nickel. I shot this nickel with an AR-15 in Texas once. I was 100 yards away. I only took one shot, I promise. I might have taken multiple shots. And this is pretty fun too. Jacob Farham made me this. This is a little anvil, bronze anvil. Oh my goodness, I'm so pleased to have that. This is one of my favorite little possessions there. And of course, here we have a little key finder, which we just clip right on. There's our flower. I'm going to lay out the keys. so I can take a photo on my phone. Where did I put it? Oh, it's up here, right where I left it. Boom, taking a photo with the phone. Photo taken with the phone, that's gonna be the thumbnail. And there we go. We're gonna give it a test. Sam, if we go wide, here is the official key finder test. So we wanna put our keys in our pocket. We go ahead and we put the keys in the pocket. Let them sink down. And look at that. We got ourselves a little flower on our pocket. Flower power. And oh look.
Don't say that ever again.
Why?
Flower power.
I feel very powerful because I have flowers. If I ever need a quick draw key, because I need to open my workshop with extra speed.
The auction's on Instagram. People are looking for the auctions on his Instagram page.
But I think we're about overlapping the no sniping thing.
Yeah.
So you got to be serious if you're going to go ahead and bid right now. No silly bids, otherwise that doesn't count. Now we're going to do the quick draw key in case we need to enter the workshop with massive pace. Now,
I would give up.
If that is not a success, I don't know what is. Thank you very much for joining us as we made this brown Brazil flower little, why did I say flower leaf key holder? Brown Brazil flower key finder. That's going to be fantastic. Go in the pocket, just like that. Sit on that little lobe, and then of course you get to walk around with a flower on your pants or your trousers, whichever side of the pond you may be, and which is great because like you got a flower and flowers are tough, right? Isn't that right, Sam?
Flowers are very tough.
Sunflowers. They're great. You're never gonna. Sam, I'm gonna call you Sam Flower now.
Do it.
Forever.
It's happened most of my
He's
life.
now Sam Flower. So if you guys will comment that, that'd be fantastic. I want to thank you all for watching today's episode. It's been a massive amount of fun. A little short and sweet, and good fun indeed. Got myself my quick draw keys. And I'd like to remind you, you can go get some merchandise. Great merchandise over at the website, or you just go directly to alecsteelshop.com. Always a pleasure making these. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the next episode. I'm going to see if I can finish this fidget spinner tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun. Aside from that, I wish you a fantastic Saturday evening. And striking animals are going to be shipping off here in the next couple of days. So the striking animals, the next batch of striking animals are also up on the website. Thank you, Sam, for reminding me of that. I worked out what you were trying to say eventually. But yeah, so you can get yourself striking animals too. Aside from that, I think we're going to call it a good one. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Sam, thanks so much for all your help.
You're welcome.
Great. I'm really pleased these microphone privileges have been working out.
It's been great.
Are you ready to go ahead and hit the off thing on the stream?
We're done.
I
was going to break into song.
You weren't listening to me.
I was going to break into song.
Oh God, he's going to break into song. Let's go. Wait, Sam. No, don't do it yet. You got to break into song. Sam, you got to break into song.
You count me in.
Sam, no.
Count me in. One.
Break into song.
You got to count me in.
A 1,